Okay, this is how I got a job in Taiwan. Now, first starting off in Taiwan, this was like, wow, like almost like 7 or 8 years, 2004 was when I first went to Taiwan, so it was a while ago, right? So 2004, how I got a job there, I didn't have any experience. I bought a ticket and I flew there, and no experience whatsoever. And upon landing, I had found some websites and stuff where I could find jobs. Started contacting people, and for me it was pretty tough at first. I had a month where I basically did, in the beginning, I basically did a bunch of subbing. Like here and there, I did some subbing for about 3 months. So, and every month I'd have to take a visa run to Hong Kong and come back, and it took about 3 months until I found a job that would give me a ARC and a visa and a contract and all that. Now, I think I had some offers before that, but I was kind of holding out, looking for the best job. It turned out the job that I got, for first jobs, it's okay for a first job, but nothing special, So yeah, and I found the job, basically, I found the job going door to door. Actually, in Taiwan, my first, I found a few jobs just doing that, going door to door to, private academies, they call them bushibans, in Taiwan, just walking around the block where I was living at the time and going door to door. And I happened to knock on a door, and they had a job. They were looking for a teacher, and that was around December. I think I left in September or something like that. So it took a while. It was like 3 months. What's that? September, October, November. Yeah, it was around 3 months. So, and then did all the paperwork and stuff like that. So that's how I got my first job, contracted job. And then I found another job, basically a part-time job, doing the same thing. Basically going door to door and asking around. That works well, I think. It's seems kind of ancient, but some people, they're not always advertise or know where to advertise. Maybe it's a new school, they're not familiar with it, so they need a teacher. They don't always advertise, or maybe they haven't advertised yet. So it's another way. It's get a bunch of resumes and pound the pavement and go out there. So that's how I got a job in Taiwan. My second job in Taiwan, I basically found it online. There's an advertisement on Tainan Bulletin. I'm not even sure if it still exists, but I was living in Tainan. First job I was in Taichung, and the second job in Tainan, and that was just yeah, I got it online. Someone posted an advertisement. Happened to meet friends who knew about the job, or make friends with people who knew about the job, or had a friend who had a friend, that sort of thing. And I got connected to that job, and just helped me go through all the paperwork and stuff like that. So that's how I got a job in Taiwan. Now, Korea, how I got a job in Korea. So in 2007, the end of 2007, November 2007, I went to Korea to get a job. And you can't do it this way anymore if you're a first-time E2 visa holder. Last I knew, anyways. You can check that out. So I went to Korea. I got a ticket to Korea. Now Americans will get a 3 months tourist visa. So I got a 3-month tourist visa to. I should back up a bit. Okay, that reminds me of the visa. So in Taiwan, I got a visa that was basically a 1-month multiple entry visa. In retrospect, if I knew they would just give me 1 month, I wanted a 2-month. In retrospect, I would have. Got the. I wouldn't even got a visa. I would have just gone with the landing visa, because it ended up being the same thing. If you get a landing visa, you only get 30 days, then you have to leave. I had a 1-month multiple entry visa, which basically ended up being the same thing, but it had to cost money, or it cost me money, and I had to deal with the woman in the visa office, and yeah. So back to Korea. So in Korea, I got a job. I showed up. I got a ticket to Korea. I had a return ticket to Taiwan from like the year before. I basically had went after Taiwan, went back to the States for a year, and then had a return ticket to Taiwan. So, and then I bought a ticket from Taiwan to Korea. So that was pretty cheap, just like, I don't even remember, $200 or something. So yeah, and I showed up in Korea, and then they gave you just 30 days, but now you get 3 months. So Korea is pretty good for that. It's like Japan too. Japan, you get 3 months just off the boat. So, and I was there. I stayed in hostels until I got a job, and in Korea, I stayed in a hostel, and then I found the job pretty much right at the end of the month. And I had to go after I found the job. I found the job online. It's right in downtown Busan, and it was a pretty good job for, you know, being a hagwon. The location was good, and the apartment was good. So I just found someone advertised on Busan Web, and that's how I got a job. So, but now you can't do that. You know, like I said. If it's your first time, you can't just show up in Korea anymore. You've got to have like an interview in the consulate or in America or your home country, you know, the Korean consulate. So yeah, that's how I got a job in Korea. Now, how did I get a job in China? China, I wasn't there very long. I was only there for 6 months. I didn't really work that much when I was there, teach that much. Basically, I showed up with a tourist visa, and if you're an American, it's a really drawback, I think, to China is the visas. You only get a month, and you got to leave the country, and you got to pay a lot of money for just a month. You got to pay $150. Korea, you can get a month free. Taiwan, you can get a month free. So I showed up in China. I got an L visa, paid whatever I paid for it, and landed in China. And I think I had to go out a few times before I got a job. Yeah, a few times definitely. So, and you can get like a double entry 30-day visa, and you can go out and you come back. You don't have to buy a new visa. But after, you know, the second time, it's no good anymore. Then you have to get another visa. So it's really tricky. And the school, I found a school, and yeah, they posted a job online. I think this job, let me try to remember the website, Shanghai. It wasn't Shanghai expat. Which one was it? Shanghai something. Can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, you can find, just Google Shanghai jobs, and you'll find some sites for expats and stuff. So that's basically how I got a job in Taiwan, China, and Korea.